Well, a very good evening to you as you join us for tonight's live game. Unfortunately, our weather forecast is somewhat less than promising. We're told to expect intermittent spells of heavy rain, which might very well impact on the quality of the football later. It'll certainly add a new dimension, especially for those players who like to keep hold of the ball. A few anxious faces hoping it will all somehow stay away, but I have to tell you that we are told is an extremely unlikely scenario. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. And already we're underway here. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Allen. Bulldog. Forward it goes. Skip.
Pookie really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
Chooses to go back. Norwich, whose last result owes so much to the astuteness of their manager.
Well, Peter, you just can't argue with the substitutions. They were spot on, and the time decisive management is a winning formula in itself.
Across the field it goes. Seems now.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
Allen. Out to the left it goes. A really good feat. Side. And he's there to hoof it away.
Well, each team knows that they're still well below standard, and it's a question of which can find a way out.
Tes suara ada gak nih? Terus sama sinyalnya nge-lag gak?
Skip. Finds himself eased off the ball. And now the breakaway. Gets the better of his man. Still, rather frustratingly, it is 0-0. Tries to get it forward quickly. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Played into the middle, towering header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
That'll be the final action of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting view the first half.
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Solihull can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Solihull have a very fine defensive record over recent games. Hoists it forward. Plays it over to the other flank. Cleared without complication. Just brushed off the ball there. And it's played forward. Hoists it forward. Gets into a dangerous position. It's a brilliant interception. Norwich keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. Solihull are looking to stay solid through the core of the second half. They have been vulnerable lately. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Defending of the desperate variety. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Herver. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Over to the left. Tries to swing it. Shapes to shoot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Forward it goes. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Battles to win it back. Digne floats one over. Plenty waiting in the middle. He's gone for it! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Well, it was certainly an acrobatic effort. I mean, it was probably the best option for him, but they're never easy to pull off.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
A heavy challenge. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Managed to get it away. Skip gets wrestled off the ball. Rangel. Plays it out to the wing. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Digne. And there's a long ball. Real chance! And that's that. A frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Defence is broadly in charge, and it has finished goalless. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, good day to you wherever you are. You join us on a day where the weather just may have an impact on a football match that has been much anticipated. It's dry at the moment, but the forecast is that it will be wet, perhaps very wet by the time the game is underway, and certainly by the time of the second half. The crowd, though, are here, and they are in good form. There's a right old cacophony going on. The atmosphere's terrific, and kick-off is moments away. It is a venue, this, which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Nicely controlled. So who's he picking out? King. Pumps it into the area. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can launch a counter. Solihull are on a good run here at home, unbeaten in the last 5. Ball's gone out of play. Forward it goes. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Reading are playing with a pleasing width here.
Especially that front line.
Is it working for you?
It's not movement for the sake of it, and yes, it is working for me. There's a purpose to create space.
Allen. Solihull can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Tries to locate someone up front. Solihull boast a very impressive defensive record of late. Riviere. Lobs it in gently. And that has been clubbed away. Comes out once more. King. He's come loose, plays it out to the flank, and he's got the ball glued to his feet. Oh, he's gone for it! And it's a goal!
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Bulldog. King. And it's played forward. Bulldog. The breakthrough came in the final moments of the first period, and the score is 1-0. It's being played forward. Herver gets wrestled off the ball. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Solihull, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And the game has already resumed here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. King! They've played it short. Has a pop! And the counter is on. Aluko plays it out to the wing. He's left his man.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Reading, whose last result owes so much to the astuteness of their manager.
Look, to alter the intended game plan was a daring move on the manager's part. It wasn't quite working for him, and he accepted his mistake. And I think what followed merits a lot of praise.
Being still separated by the game's only goal. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Tries to get it forward quickly. And they've been caught out here. He's through, it's one, shapes to shoot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Still a cracking effort. Really looked like a man on a mission the way he went through on goal.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Rangel. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
And they win it back again. And it's got through. Oh, really good feet from him. And the shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Bulldog. Danny. Played out to the right.
Solihull are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Quick ball forward. Rangel. Points by no means guaranteed just yet. Saiz out to the right. Aimed in, diving header! No mistake! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
Oh, strikers love a diving header, and he timed that to perfection.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Things starting to look very comfortable. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
Riviere. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And the referee brings it to a close. So they bask in their win, and genuinely professional performance, and the result which is well deserved. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Solihull can certainly give themselves a pat on the back for a job well done. They have a togetherness that makes them very hard to beat.
Thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for A match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. Oh, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. So facing up here to a team that has been the league's whipping boys in recent weeks, they really are on a terrible slide.
They're actually making life quite depressing for themselves and their support. Those losses smacks of a deeper-rooted problem that doesn't look like it'll be fixed anytime soon, Peter. The club psychologist appears to be their hardest worker right now, and he must be urging togetherness and teamwork however he spins it, and they really need him to get it right for starters.
We have already started here. Just brushed off the ball there. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Against the crossbar. Knocks it away. Solihull has the league's best defensive record. Goes for a sweeping cross. Solihull are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. It's a King! He's scored!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Solihull break the deadlock.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Rangel. Rotherham were on the receiving end of some fairly harsh criticism, mainly about the tactical choices made by the boss.
I think it was quite fair, the criticism he received. He was blind to an obvious problem, and he was far too slow in reacting to it. He was never going to get away with that.
Looking for a decent ball in. Can get that clear. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Solihull are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Danny. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. That was asking just too much of him. And the shot! He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
And he just whacks it away. Driving on now, what can they conjure from here? Riviere. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Goes direct to the front line. Caught offside that time. Saiz. And the whistle goes for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Solihull come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting, and there is certainly plenty for us to chew on during the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Solihull carrying a one-goal lead. Looking to hit the front line. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Solihull are the epitome of solidity. They've not conceded in 5 games. Hoists it forward. And that's been levered clear. Could move up a gear here. Riviere. Nicely controlled. So who's he picking out? He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Rotherham have just about everyone back and central.
Yeah, clearly they're trying to show strength to what the opposition have seen as a weakness.
It's a safety-first approach.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Just has to be done.
Tries to locate someone up front. It's offside. Yes, it is. Rakitsky. Digne. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. quite wonderful. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. And he's produced a beauty. Solihull take a two-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And the counter is on. In with the challenge.
Yeah, that's top defending in preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Forward it goes. Gets wrestled off the ball. Oh, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Cuts it out. He could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And now they can launch a counter. Decent looking ball. And he tries a shot! Stitch defending, but that'll do. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. And it's played forward. And that's that. Solihull can be very happy with a job well done. An efficient win, for which the players simply did enough. That would be somewhat what we've witnessed, Jim.
Look, we saw some textbook football from wide areas that continued to produce expansive attacking play that was ultimately too hard to handle. They were simply too good in the wide areas. This is a performance that hasn't just got my approval. Listen.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, hello and welcome to you on what has been a really wintry evening all over the place. We've had snow, particularly in this neck of the woods, for most of the day, and we have to be extremely grateful for the efforts of this evening's hosts in ensuring that our match here can go ahead as planned. There were reports earlier regarding potential difficulties reaching this venue, and you can understand why. Let us hope that not too many have been held up and that the match can go ahead as planned. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. And already we're underway here. So in 90 minutes we will be at exactly the halfway point of this season. King. Digne. Stoke are enjoying great form in front of goal right now. 5 games in a row they've scored. Danny. Oh, he's broken through. A really good feat. Played into the middle. But can get it clear. King. Oh, Real has a pop! He's looking to get there first. Over to the left. Now the counter. Herver. He could be in here. Oh, he's found him in space. Shoots! Just off target.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Stoke settled for a point from that gripping game last time out. Danny. Stoke must be pretty concerned about this fixture pile-up.
Yeah, and when you've got fixture congestion, it only takes an injury or two and it can heap more pressure on, a very difficult spell.
Plays it long. He's got options out wide. Can he deliver? Goes for the cross, and the header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases the chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Just brushed off the ball there, and back to base. King. Still waiting for the first goal. Tries to stroke it through. Gets wrestled off the ball. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Smith. Smith to play it forward. Danny. Plays it out to the flank. Timon does well there, alert. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. Some first half thoughts?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Solihull playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
Right through the middle. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Allen. Allen plays it forward. Chance to break. Now it's Fletcher. Ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Solihull are the standout defensive side of the moment. They've not conceded in their last 5. Drives it towards the front. And it's played forward. Allen not easily shrugged off the ball. Ball's loose, who's getting there? It's got through. Fletcher. And he heaves it forward. Oh, and he's asking too much with that. Rakitsky hoists it forward. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Breaks on here. Allen. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Rakitsky. King. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. King. Played out to the right. Oh, that's neat. Chooses to go back. That shot at goal! He's going after it.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Lovely bit of skill. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Lofted into the middle. And he's there to clear it.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Out to the left it goes. And it's got through.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Bulldog. Tries to get it forward quickly. Herver.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And that is that. And stalemate. One, if not for fans, then perhaps for coaches, satisfied by organisation and solidity. Little cutting edge at either end.
The outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Well, a very good evening to you. It is great to have you along for this much-anticipated game, and of course we want to get through it as promptly as possibly we can, because, as you can see for yourself, there have been major weather issues today. Nothing has been left to chance in terms of preparations. Those have been meticulous, and understandably, when you take into account these most testing of conditions, all of the efforts to ensure this game is played under normal conditions have been carried out, and we hope for a proper game which reaches its conclusion. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. And already we're underway here. So this, the first game beyond the halfway point of the season. It's has a hit! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Surely a shot! Oh, that's neat. King. Riviere!
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Could try cutting inside here. Plenty waiting in the middle. King. Cook gets it back. And now they can launch a counter. Needed a better pass there. Long gets flagged offside. Now it's Long. Well, they could break here. He spotted the run and played him through. And the counter is on. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
And they've been given a corner. Shots! And that's been levered clear. Finds himself eased off the ball. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Lerma battles to win it back. Cook. No goals as yet. Lerma tries to stroke it through. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Rakitsky. Saiz. He's in! Chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, it was the first touch to die for, and it set him up beautifully.
And the first half is done. So both sides have drawn blanks and have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, Peter, apart from the lack of goals, I really don't think there's much to criticise. They've got to keep doing what they've been doing, and eventually they should find a way to the back of the net. Here's hoping for them.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Well, the action has already resumed here.
Solihull can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose. They can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
There are a few waiting for it. Loses his balance and loses the ball. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Mepham hoists it forward. Solihull are in superb form defensively. 5 consecutive clean sheets. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Brooks. And here's the chance to counter. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Abdullahi. Beautifully done. Not long left, and still we await the breakthrough. Danny. King. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Mepham. Brooks. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Lerma.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Rakitsky.
As scoreless games go, I'd be happy to see this one carry on a bit longer, because it's had great honesty and hard work and total commitment. As for a possible winner, I'm still not predicting.
Driving on, he could shoot here! And he has been fouled there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
played it short. A really good feat. Rakitsky. And that is that. And stalemate. One, if not for fans, then perhaps for coaches, satisfied by organisation and solidity. Little cutting edge at either end, and it finishes 0-0. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Solihull can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you. Well, a very good evening to you as you join us for tonight's live game. Unfortunately, our weather forecast is somewhat less than promising. We're told to expect intermittent spells of heavy rain, which might very well impact on the quality of the football later. It'll certainly add a new dimension, especially for those players who like to keep hold of the ball. A few anxious faces hoping it will all somehow stay away, but I have to tell you that we are told is an extremely unlikely scenario. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. They've got underway here pretty promptly. Gosling. And it's played forward. Chalobah. Just brushed off the ball there. Solihull are on a good run here at home, unbeaten in the last 5. Riviere. This could spell danger. Cleverly drives it forward. Saiz. Oh, that's neat. Chooses to go back. Riviere! And it's a goal! The breakthrough strike.
Oh, it's a keeper's nightmare, Peter. He just couldn't pick up on it until it was way too late, having so many bodies in front of him.
Solihull draw first blood here.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Solihull are in superb form defensively. 5 consecutive clean sheets. Looks to clip it forward. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Gosling goes looking. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Bulldog. Danny. Solihull are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Towering header! And the follow-up! He certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Keeper sends it forward. Gosling. And the weighted pass. Here it comes. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Hoists it forward. With a delicate ball. He's had a go! He scores!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Look, get your seatbelts on because this is showing all the signs of another roller coaster ride.
Danny. Bulldog. Rangel. Played out to the right. Ball's gone out of play. Hoover. Allen. Tries to get it forward quickly. King. Now can hits one! And it's a goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Solihull. And it's half-time here. So a really good half of football, 3 goals and just one separating them.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Solihull leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It is intriguing to watch and could easily go either way. So we're already into the second period. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Oh, nice touch. There are a few waiting for it. Oh, it's a fine challenge and it goes his way. Watford have their manager to thank for the last result.
Well, Peter, he was lauded by the media, and quite rightly too. I think what he did was clever and decisive, and it just goes to show how tactically astute he is.
Riviere. And the shot! Decent enough try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
So here comes a substitution. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
Saiz. And a header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Just has to be done.
A real chance. Gray! Goal! Do not write them off. Back they come. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Look, this is not for the faint-hearted, Peter. This is hard and fast football.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Played in with accuracy. It's found its way to him.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Danny. Rakitsky. Saiz. Out to the right. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Up he gets! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Solihull take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Bulldog. Solihull need to hold on for a few more. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Solihull winners by the odd goal. Really could have gone either way, but a win is a win. Solihull leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win.